Hey, it's Rachel Farley, and thank you guys for checking out Focus on the 615.
I was taught to act like hell and love like an angel, pray like a saint and love like a rebel. And you can't ever tell me nothing. Oh, loving a girl like me ain't easy.
Hey everybody, I'm Nikki D here with Focus on the 615, and we are hanging out with the lovely Rachel Farley. How's it going, girl?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Just want to spend some time with you and get to know you a little bit. Georgia girl right here. She's only 18 years old. You've done so much already, and you're so young. I think that's very impressive. You were, 14 when you opened for Brantley Gilbert, right?
Started at 13. Yeah.
13?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I kind of just grew up playing music. You know, it was the only thing I wanted to do. You really couldn't stop me. So, I started playing gigs at 12 and played 100 gigs my first year, and then got on the road with Brantley Gilbert at 13. He asked me to come out and spent years on the road with him, opening for him at every crazy sold-out college bar from Georgia to Mississippi to North Carolina and Florida. And, we covered a lot of ground, and I learned so much opening for him and being in front of his crowds, learning how to try to captivate them and make them know that I have something to say, up there with just me and my guitar.
At 13 years old, most 13-year-olds are worried about, oh, does my crush like me? Did I make the cheerleading squad? Stuff like that. But here you are on tour, and I think that's why you have this mature sound to you, because you don't sound like an 18-year-old when you sing.
It's funny because, growing up, when I started doing all this, I started homeschooling in 7th grade, and because I could not be on the road. And there was kind of a weirdness with some of the people I'd grown up with for a second there where, I wouldn't hear from them, and I got really upset. I'd be like, why don't you ever, get in touch with me? Why don't we hang out anymore? And they're like, well, I just feel like, my life is boring compared to what you do. And I'm like, are you kidding me? What's hilarious is the fact that, I don't live your life. So what's going on in your world and in high school and whatever is super exciting to me because it's different than what I do. So my life may seem exciting to you. To me, it's just normal. Same thing with your life, So it's kind of a funny thing because everyone's like, oh my God, what was it like being so young and doing all this? And like, for me, it's just life.
It's life.
Yeah. It's nothing special. I'm just playing music. I'm not like a child prodigy brain surgeon.
Well, what you do is special, though. And so opened up for Brantley Gilbert, and then you were able to go on tour with you opened for Colt Ford, Luke Bryan, Jason Aldean. I'm seeing a common thread here, all from Georgia. Guess you Georgia peeps got to stick together, right?
Yeah, there's something in the water down there, I guess. We're kind of all over the place. I've been very fortunate to get to share the stage with some, some neighbors. And, going out with Luke Bryan and Jason Aldean was an incredible experience. And to have my first tour before I had my first single, first of all, is unheard of. It's because of Aldean. Jason asked me to come out personally, and was so good to us out there, and we just really had a great experience. And I'm glad that we had that experience before the first single and the first, big shebang, because now we're going to know what we're doing when we go out there a second time.
Exactly. Well, speaking of Jason Aldean, I found this video of you doing a cover of one of his songs, Dirt Road Anthem, and let me just say, this girl can spit some verses. Very impressed.
Thank you.
I don't know if we can do that song.
Well, I have been around from the inception of that song to it being a #1 hit. Because I remember before I met Brantley, before I met Colt, I was, of course, a fan of their music. And I remember a friend of mine texting me going, oh my God, go to Brantley's page right now. He's doing like this rap song. I don't even know what to think about it. And I go to his page, and sure enough, there's Dirt Road Anthem. And we're all going, I kind of dig this, but what is it? This is interesting. And then, just kind of, fell in love with the song, and then going out with Brantley and him doing it every night, going out with Colt and Colt doing it every night. And so by the time it got to Jason, it was totally old news to me, but I loved Jason's version of it. I thought he did a really cool job making it his. It was nothing like Brantley's, nothing like Colt's, and it was just really cool. So that song's been in my life for a very long time, so I've learned how to spit some rhymes.
Well, I might test your ability to spit some rhymes later, but you didn't hear it from me. But, back to your music. We were introduced to you with Ain't Easy, your debut single with Red Bow Records. And after listening to that, I was like, this is a tough chick. Like, I like your edge. You have edge. And I feel like not many other young female artists have that right now. But you do. And then the new single, Midnight Road, a little bit different.
Is it a good different? Do you like it?
I like it.
I hope you like it. If not, just tell the camera you like it.
I love it.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
No, I'm excited about this song. There's obviously a lot of different sides to any person, so I'm not just one thing. But I feel like Midnight Road is kind of an exciting and haunting song because it's got that excitement and almost awkwardness of a new relationship and not really being sure where it's going to go or if it's going to be anything. But at the same time, you're kind of daring the guy to take the next step, and you're kind of, having that attitude and that spunk of like I dare you, bring it on. I'm ready for it, So I love the content of the song. I love the melody of the song. It's fun to perform. It's one of my favorite records I've ever been a part of.
Well, here we have arrived at our Spit the Verses with Rachel Farley. So I'm taking this from Midnight Road, her new single. I love, love, love the whole down a heart race, hit the brakes, kiss a smile off my face, ain't no time to waste. I told you could rhyme. But you co-wrote this song though, right?
Yes, yeah. It was just an awesome session. It was the first session with Ross Copperman and Heather Morgan. We'd never met, never been in a room together. And so you never quite know how those are going to go. Sometimes they don't quite click, but this one clicked from moment one. And it was great because everyone in the room really brought their creativity. Everyone, kind of contributed equally, which also doesn't always happen. So it was really exciting to bring this song together and watch it come to life.
Was that your part that I just read?
I honestly don't remember whose is whose because, like I said, we all kind of equally contributed. But it was a very sure, yeah, it was. It's all mine.
She can rhyme. Okay. So this is what I've been thinking. I was trying to come up with words that rhyme with Farley. Okay, so I came up with Harley, iCarly, Oh Charlie's, Bob Marley. What else you got, Rachel?
It just reminded me, my mom always said every time she was pregnant, I said that every time she's pregnant, like she had a lot of kids. No, my two little brothers, she would say that if they were twins, she was going to name Harley and Carly Farley, which I may take to my own children. It's great. You hit a lot of good ones. Oh, Charlie's. Marley, I think you hit them all.
Marley could be. Well, yeah, Bob Marley.
Bob Marley. Oh, Charlie. Wow, you hit some good ones. Gnarly.
Thank you, producer Patrice Majors over there.
Gnarly Farley. That's my new self-proclaimed nickname. Gnarly Farley.
That's awesome.
That's it.
I love it. And where can fans keep up with you? What's your website?
RachelFarley.com, and on Facebook it's /Rachel Farley Official, and then @Rachel Farley on Twitter.
There you go. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. It was great to catch up with you again.
Thank you. Great to see you. I always enjoy it. It's fun.